What is up, my Slifer Slackers? Mr. Slifer for the win here, bringing y'all a brand new video, guys. And today, I have a updated deck profile for my Paladin build. Now, you guys saw this build last time, I believe like a month ago or so. It was, well, in someone's comment, it was bad, which I want to talk about. I'm just going to give a little disclaimer out there. So yes, I do know everyone has their own play styles aside from how we play from each other. So I'm not going to go against how you guys play. If you guys want to play with the way you play, you do you. If you guys want to ride a Kane as a grade 2, you do you. I'm not going to discriminate against that. That's all you. If that's how you want to play, go ahead. But I'm just going to point this out there. I don't mind constructive criticism. I do not mind at all. But when you say that the deck is utterly trash, it kind of hurts me because I put a lot of time and effort into building this deck that having that just been told to it is just kind of demeaning to me, you know? Anyway, that aside, stop rambling, let's get into this build. So, of course, we got our gift markers, so there's that. So let's go to the grade zeros. Grade zeros are pretty much basic as heck, because we got our starter Glime. We're running 8 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal of the assaults, Epina, Logo, Lane. So that's pretty much basic. Excuse me. Grade 1 lineup. I am running 4 Little Sage Marin, 4 Night Squire Allen, 3 Wingull, and 3 Pongle. So the way I'm running this build is to revolve around getting the Blast Blade crit, as well as working its way to Soul Saver. I know many people who do not run Wingull anymore. I have seen people run it, but still a lot of people don't run him traditionally anymore. Same with Allen. I have seen people say that Allen is a pretty bad card overall, and personally, I think that's wrong. But again, as I said in disclaimer, if you don't want to run Allen, that's all you. I play him in my deck, so do not discriminate against that. But I primarily use Marin and Allen in the combo play as in the thing of drawing more cards, or constantly just drawing in general. Where you can either have Allen in the rear guard behind your vanguard, then have Marin in either rear guard circle so you can draw. And either way, it just helps me with getting my hand back when I need it. So there's that. Wingull for Blast Blade, of course. Pongle for Soul Saver. Grade 2 lineup. I do have. So funny thing is, I did get a complaint about my grade 2 lineup in my last video, being that I'm not running Akanes. Well, you'll see in a bit, but I'm running my 4 Blaster Blades. I really want to get 1 copy of the image rare, so I can run 1 of this art, 1 of this, 1 of the image, and 1 of the other alternate artwork. So, but yeah, I get Blast Blade off every game. So I always get his crit skill off because of the Marin Allen combo. So get that combo off. Works great. Still good hand. So the deck works great for me. It actually went undefeated at a tournament recently, so take that as you will. I'm running 3 Galatine, and I know people are going to give me hate for this particularly because a lot of people run Jarin, or they run, what's the other grade 2? The one that gets plus 3k when you have a grade 3. That one, or they just run all Akanes. Basically, no one runs Galatine. That's what I'm trying to say here. Speaking of Akane, I am running 3 copies of Akane instead of 4. I find using 3 works just fine. So, for me personally, the deck works fine with 3. The original build had 2, but I did get a 3rd one during that event that I had. So, I got a 3rd Akane by trading pizza for it. Yes, you heard that right. I traded a freaking piece of pizza for Akane. So, it worked out. But I got 3 Akanes. She works great. I know everyone says, like, of course she works great, but for me personally, the way that I have the deck built, it just works a lot better. And my last grade 2 is 1 copy of Kadra Mithril. So, funny story, actually. Mithril was actually not supposed to be in the deck. Well, on this build, apparently. You see, my original build was 2 Mithril and 2 Akane, and then the 3 Galatine, 4 Blast Blades. So the combo was to call Mithril, Counterblast, call Akane, use Akane skill, call a Pongle, and just call 1 more card, so I have the crit skill right there. Excuse me. So I was originally going to do 4 Galatine and 3 Akane, But a friend of mine, shout out to Isaac, shout out to Isaac and Evan, they told me that you should at least run one just for in case situational, which if I'm being honest, that's what everyone says my deck is, situational. But I don't mind, the deck works for me. If however people want to build their decks, that's fine. I'm not going to discriminate against that. You do you. But for me, I'm using one Mithril. It comes in clutch, really helps. In fact, he actually helped me pull off a Soul Saver turn when I was deck testing this earlier, where I had 5 cards in Soul, I wrote Soul Saver, didn't do the skill, instead called Mithril, counter blasted, so I Soul Blasted. So I had 4 cards of Soul, called a Con in the empty rear guard slot, and then called Pongal, then Soul Charge, and vice versa. So there's that. My grade 3 lineups are 3 King of Knights Alfred. That's another thing someone commented on my last video with this. They said, like, the deck was trash because I'm not running Akane or Alfreds, and at that point the deck was just mainly a budget deck, but it still worked for me. I got first place of that deck build. And then the next are 3 Alfred Early, because I don't get why people say Alfred Early sucks, but for me he works. Probably because everybody says you're not going to ride Blast Blade every single time. But then again, it's me. So, yeah, I run 3 Alfred, 3 King of Knights for, you know, getting Blast Blade out, getting the power out. And then I'm running 2 Soul Saver Dragons. So, I know a lot of people would probably run 4 King of Knights, 4 Soul Save. But for me, this deck just works out like this. So, a funny story actually happened a while back on this one tournament where I used Soul Saver skill while I was at 2 damage. Well, my opponent was at 2 damage, just to like break through his hand and just deal as much damage as I could. And I got him like 4 or 5 damage. Then next turn I rode an Alfred Early, got that skill off, and then I was praying the entire time. He was using Soul Saver himself. He was using Royal Paladin, and I was thinking the entire time, please, Lord, do not get Soul Saver. And of course, he uses Soul Saver. I somehow managed to guard everything, and then I go into my own Soul Saver again. Like, I had another one in my hand. I go into Soul Saver, and I did the skill again, and then just won the game. But yeah, this is my deck build. I personally love it. It works great for me. It works wonders. So, if you guys enjoyed this deck, please be sure to leave a like and comment down below. Give me some constructive criticism if it's good constructive criticism. Don't know how to explain that, but give me some advice. Give me some ideas what you guys would think would be better for this deck. I enjoy you guys' comments. So, I do have a premium deck build. I might post that later on tonight. I also have a standard build for Nova Grappler. That's going to be a budget build. At least to me, it's budget. But I will post that later on tonight. So, until then, hope you guys enjoy. Stay safe. Until next time, stay slacking.